Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and continue on with our Cadillac work. We're going to do a side lying series with our springs here on the Cadillac. So traditionally, the springs are often used around the feet. We're actually going to take our straps and put it around our thighs. That helps you to get a little more engagement up in your glutes and hamstrings, and then focus on the glute muscles without the challenge of having to navigate through your knees and ankle and foot quite as much. All right. So we are going to start side lying. Always remember, the further down you go, the more interesting this can become. So if you feel like you need to go up further, you certainly can do that. And you can start under tension or with a little bit slack, and we're going to do under tension. I have a little bit of a pillow underneath just for some cushion. You can use it or not, whatever you prefer. All right, so here we are. We're going to start with a little bit of tension on our top leg. Our underneath arm can be right up under our head here. And you can also have a pillow under to lift you up to make sure your shoulders are in a good place. Our waist is lifted, and we're going to lift our leg hip height. You're trying to get like a bookmark here, your knee, your ankle, and your foot flat. Big inhale. And then as you breathe out, you're going to straighten the leg and point the toe and get in one long line from foot to ankle to knee to hip to waist to shoulder to head. Energy out the crown of your head. You can also keep your hand here to make sure your hip doesn't wibble wobbly around. We don't want our hip going up to the sky. We want to keep it straight forward. And then as we breathe in, we're going to flex our foot, bend our knee, and bring our leg back to where we started. We want to keep it under control, so we're not trying to bring our leg all the way into our chest, only to where you can stay in neutral. Exhale, press it out, and we're going to go ahead, point the toe, one long line, waist is still lifted, and then eccentrically control it in with that spring tension. That's 2, no pop locking here. Press it out. We are full on efficiently strength building. And then bend it back in. 3. And again, exhale. We're just going to do 5 today. 4. And then we're going to inhale, bend it back in. And one more. Press it out and point. 5. And then bend it back in. All right, we'll take the strap off. I'm showing 5 of everything, but you can, of course, build up anywhere from 5 to 10. And depending on how strong you need for whatever it is you're trying to do, you could even go past that if you needed. But 5 is a good starting place, especially if the springs are new to you. And our focus is alignment and control, not how far we're moving our leg through space, which is often contrary to popular opinion. Okay, let's flip on over, and we're going to take this wonderful little strap and again slide it right up around our thigh. Just above our knee is perfect. We are trying to get our knee straight so that we can get our vastus medialis working as well. So waist is up, hip is stable, and you're going to bring the leg up, and we're starting with a little bit of tension and keeping neutral. So we don't want to tuck our butt under. I like to say, keep your kitty tail or your doggy tail out a little bit so we have our lower back muscles supporting us as well. Big inhale. And now exhale, you're going to straighten the leg, straighten the knee, point the toe. Keep the waist lifted and make sure your hip bone didn't just pop up to the sky. You got to keep it like a headlight on a car going straight forward. And then inhale, bend the knee and keep your tail on. Don't let the pelvis tuck under. And then keep the tension on the spring if you can. Press it out. Here we go. 2, point the toe. And then inhale, we're drawing it in, nice and controlled, smooth, smooth, smooth. And press it out. So the press out is definitely the show off point, but the bending it in part is the strength building part. So focus on that eccentric control in. That's 3. We're going to press it out, hollowing the abs. Waist is still up here, kids. And bend it back in with control. 2 more. Press it out. 4. And bend it back in. 1 more. Big press out. This is 5. And we're going to bend it on in. Nice. All right. Let's carefully take our strap off from our thigh here. And then we can roll onto our back and do a little release. All right, we're going to flip back over. And again, this is not about how high you can get your leg. All right? If I wanted my leg high, I would smack my face with it. It goes there. But that's not what we're doing. So I want you to make sure that you understand that's not the goal. All right. We're going to keep our bottom leg bent. We're going to take this strap and we're going to put it back around our thigh here. Just where it was. And we're setting ourselves up just like we did on the other side. Waist is up. We're keeping our hips still. Let's lift up, and our start position is we're going to press it out into one long line. So now we're starting where our goal was last time. Now what you're going to do is flex your foot and reach it a little bit forward on the diagonal, but not again to smack your face. You want to go only as far as you can easily keep your pelvis in neutral. And then you're going to point the toe, bring it back, and start to turn it out and bring it behind you a little bit if you can. Here's the trick. Keep your hips straight forward. Keep your leg equal height. So pelvis is not to the sky. Pelvis is not to the floor. Pelvis is straight forward. Then we're going to flex our foot, go through parallel, reach the heel out and away, and reach it gently forward. And then exhale. Point the toe, extend it out, and reach it behind just a little bit. That's 2. We're going to go for 5. And flex and reach it to the front. Waist is still lifted. Point, turn out, reach it to the back. 3. And flex and reach it to the front in parallel. And point and reach it back a little bit. 4. 1 more. Flex and reach it to the front. And point and reach it to the back. 5. All right. Now it won't go very far behind you because we only have about, really if you keep your hips pretty stable, we don't have more than, a normal range is about 10 degrees behind you. And most people's hip flexors are so tight they can't even get it straight to the side. So you may not have got there. That is perfectly fine. That's what we're going to work up to. Okay, now here we go. Other side. Waist is up. Hips are still. You're going to lift this leg hip height. And we're going to start by having it straight in line with our hip and our shoulders and our head. Flex the foot. Reach it to the front. Keep, again, this hip nice and still. And now you're going to point the toe, start to bring it back, and turn the leg out just a little bit. 1. And flex it to the front. Keep control over that spring. And point, reach it to the back. 2, and flex, and reach it to the front, and point, and reach it to the back. 3, 2 more, flex, and reach it to the front, point, and reach it to the back. 4, last one please, flex, and reach it to the front. Point and reach it to the back. That's 5. Nice. All right, let's come off here and take the spring off from our thigh. Now we're going to do one more. And this is either called side kick or bicycle side, all sorts of different names. It's a fancy coordination. So this is starting to add in a little bit of coordination to our side lying series. So it may be a little overwhelming at first, but you can just watch the video over and over again and get it down. I'm just going to demonstrate 3 each way, but I'm going to do it opposite side to side. So normally you would do one way and then the other way. I'm going to make it very clear for you today so you can really get it down. All right? We're putting those 2 bits and pieces that we just did together into one. Here we go. Waist is up, head is out. Lift the leg, and we're going to point the toe. We're going to flex the leg and bring it to the front. Parallel, same that we just did. You're going to keep that leg there, and you're going to bend the knee. Now, you're going to bring the leg behind you, getting a nice stretch in the front of your thigh, and then you're going to straighten the leg, point the toe. And you're going to flex the foot, bring it to the front, and then you're going to point the toe and bend the knee. And then you're going to bring the leg back with the bent knee, and then you're going to straighten the leg and turn it out. One more time. Flex and bring it to the front. Bend the knee as you point. Bring the knee behind you, and then you're going to straighten the leg, point the toe, and extend it. And then flex and bring it to the front. All right, 3 times. That's all we're doing. Now we're going to do that on the other side. Let's do a little release here. All right, here we go. Flippity flip. And strap is going to go back up around your thigh. Gaining control of our torso and our legs here. Head is out and away, waist is up. Pick that leg up. Press it out long and point that toe. Here we go. We flex and bring it to the front. We've got a straight leg here. Now, we're not going to move our thigh. We're just going to bend our knee. Now we're going to keep our knee bent and bring our leg behind us in parallel the best you can. And now you're going to turn the leg out, straighten the leg. And then you're going to flex the foot, go back to parallel, and bring it front. Keep it there. Bend the knee. Bring the knee behind you, parallel, and now you're going to turn it out and straighten the leg. Oh yeah. One more time. Flex. Bring it to the front. Bend the knee. Bring the knee back. And turn it out and straighten. Ooh, feels so good. All right, here we go. Let's take this strap off. And now we got to do the same thing, but reverse the pattern. So here we go. Flip it over. Grab our strap. Put it around our thigh again. Same setup. All right. Press it out and straighten. And then our start position right now, we're just going to flex it and bring it forward on our diagonal. So we're going to pretend that we just finished the last sequence. And now here we go. You're going to point the toe and turn it out. Now you're going to bend the knee, flex the foot, and go to parallel simultaneously. Then you're going to bring the knee straight forward, and then you're going to straighten the leg and point the toe. And like the clapper of a bell, you're going to sweep the leg back, turn it out, and point the toe. Then you're going to bend the knee, flex the foot, keep the thigh behind you, And then you're going to bring the knee to the front. Try to keep tension in your spring here. And then you're going to straighten it out. One more. Press and turn it out. Bend the knee, flex in parallel. Bring the knee to the front in parallel. And then you're going to straighten it out. And rest. All right. So again, that's tricky. And then, of course, you can build up your speed. And then if you are someone who needs a lot of range, you can start working on range and move your body on down. All right, other side. Last one of these with our side lying legs, and then I promise we'll do something else. Okay. Here we go. Waist is up. We can put our hand on our hip, make sure we're not moving around here. Lift the leg. We're going to press it out long. And then, like we did on the other side, we're going to start with the leg in front of us, pretending like we did the whole sequence, reversing it. Here we go. Straighten the leg, point the toe, turn it out, and bring it behind you. Bend the knee, flex the foot, go to parallel. Bring the knee in front of you, keep tension on your spring. Straighten the leg and point the toe. And to the back. Bend the knee, flex the foot. To the front. Straighten the leg, point the toe. Last time. Bring it back, turned out. Bend the knee, flex the foot parallel. Bring the knee front and straighten it out long. Nice. Now notice I started to go down, so I needed to bring my hip back. And I will tell you why, because this is a common issue that people have. So in my body, my right psoas likes to do everything for me. And I'm going to come up and explain this to you because you might be doing this too. My right psoas muscle likes to do all the work for me. So my underneath psoas muscle started to stabilize me from underneath and grip underneath to help navigate my left leg around. If that's interesting to you, I have an abdominal psoas connection video that you can go to on the YouTube channel and check it out. It'll give you some information on why that happens and what to do about it. And I caught myself doing it, so you may be looking at this going, wait, her hip's facing the ground. You are right, and my psoas took over from a leg. So no, don't do that. We don't want to do that. We're going for balance. All right, so go check that video out for more information on that. All right, let us move into some side lying arm circles, but we're going to use our arm springs today. So let me show you how I set this up. If you have a center eye hook, you're going to take one of those springs and put it in your center eye hook. And then you're going to keep it, the other one, just where you had for using your arm springs regularly. And then we're going to shimmy down, and you want to go how far away you want. And then you're going to take this front and you're going to put it in your hand, and here's your grip that you're going to have. So we're going to have a little bit of tension on both sides. And then the center one is going to go like this. All right. So you've got both arms out in front. You will lose a little tension with this, and it's fine. Make sure not to try to power through this because I don't want you to injure your shoulder or anything. We're going to bring the arm down. And then as you rotate it open, you can reach the back arm back and the front arm forward a little bit. And then you're going to bring it up and around and then back to the front. You're going to bring the arm down. And then you're going to twist from your spine open, nice big wide open chest, and then bring it up and around and back to the front. One more time. Here we go. Down and twist the chest open a little bit and bring it up and around and back together. All right. Now we're going the other way. You're going to reach up and around. Now as you start to twist it open, you can reach this arm out forward, and this one goes back. Make sure here we're not tipping that shoulder blade forward. We want to keep the chest open as we bring the arm down and then bring it back together. My waist is up here. You're going to bring the arm up. No tension, that's fine. Reach it open, shoulder is open. And then you're going to bring it down and back together. One more like this. You're going to bring it up and then you're going to rotate from the spine, reach it open and draw it down and back together. All right. Now for me, I think that feels fabulous. So we're going to go to the other side. Let's come on up. And we're going to just flip the one that was in the front over to the other side here. And then you can keep the center one on. Alrighty. Here I go. Knees are bent at about 90 degrees. This one is in the top hand. The one in the middle is in the top hand. And then the one in the front is in the bottom hand. Both arms are forward, waist is up, and you're trying to get in one long line. Here we go. We're going to go down. And you're going to reach it open. And then you're going to flip it up and around. And you may have to shift this here. And then back to the front. There we go. And down. Reach it open. And up and around. And together. And down. And reach it open and up and around and together. Now we're going to reverse the whole kit and caboodle. Up. Now as you reach open, remember, don't tip the shoulder forward. You're going to keep it wide and open. And then down and together. And up overhead. And you're going to circle it open right here. Keep that clavicle open. Down and together. One more. Here we go. And up and circle. Open and down and back together. Yay! All right. We've made it, friends. I hope you found today's workout inspirational and inspiring. And if you're interested in learning more, you can click on the link either on the screen or in the description. And we will send you information on getting started with me in the studio or online. I work with people all over the globe and also in my Honolulu studio. And we do individual lessons and group programs of all different strength levels. And I love working with people who have chronic issues and helping them resolve a lot of their chronic issues. So have a wonderful day. Aloha.